And what was your name?
Okay. My name's Amanda.
You know three languages. I just checked your schedule, and I saw three languages, and I think uh,
I'm learning.
you are learning. How many languages do you know?
Yes, I do. I wouldn't say I'm fluent.
Okay.
Well, I speak only one fluently. Yes.
Oh, what about others? French? I think you are learning French now.
Yeah, yeah, I do. I do well in French. I wouldn't say I'm bilingual, but I do okay. Yeah.
Why do you want to learn French?
Well, I'm from
Oh,
Canada, and Canada is a bilingual country.
yeah, and you have to learn some languages
Yeah.
in Canada. But
Yeah. Well, French would be a good language to learn as a second language.
but
Yes.
I spoke to many people from Canada and they don't know other languages. They just speak English.
Mm-hmm.
But in other countries, people want to learn English because people have to learn English. And your life
Mm-hmm.
is maybe more easy.
Possibly. I guess it depends on how you want to look at it, but possibly, I guess.
Yeah, what's your department?
What do you mean department?
Department, and maybe you graduate from university or you're a student. I don't know what's your job.
Yeah, I work in business.
Oh, how old are you?
Yeah, that's a very personal question.
Yeah, I just asked you, and I am 20 years old and I am still student. And
Mm-hmm.
but I always ask this kind of questions, and people just
Yeah.
introduce themselves. I think that's so normal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
It's just the topic.
Yes. What do you study in university?
And my department is mechanical engineering, but that is personal
Oh, very
investment.
interesting.
Yeah, isn't it? And really, I am in my last year now.
Okay. And how many years of university do you have to take? Is it 3 or 4 years there?
Just 4 years, but I had to take one more class because it was preparing class. You have to take one more class
Ah.
for learning English.
Oh, you study in
Yeah,
English.
I did it in English, but my department
Oh,
is 30% of English, not at all, and just 30% of
wow.
some of my lessons are English. 30%,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to
Mm-hmm.
take English classes before starting my department,
Oh.
and I
Mm-hmm.
studied 1 year in prep school.
Okay. Okay. So you had to study 1 year in prep school
Yeah,
in English and then only study your university in 30% English?
yeah, only study my department in 30% English, but actually
Wow.
our teachers don't speak English during the class. Yeah, it's
Okay.
really
Okay.
not easy because they have to use
Yeah.
technical words, but we
Mm-hmm.
didn't learn technical words in the prep school. We just learned some things about general conversations, and it's not working
Okay. Yeah.
during the class.
Okay. 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 Interesting. So are your textbooks in English
Yeah,
or
my textbooks are
okay.
English, but I can translate them, and when I see new words, I just translate them into Turkish, and I am memorizing them, and I can remember them later because we didn't have a lot of textings. We have a lot of formulas, you know. My
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
engineering,
Yeah.
not other department, not literature.
Okay, okay. I understand. I understand. Well, I definitely didn't study something. Well, business is complicated, but probably not as complicated as is it electrical or mechanical engineering
Mechanical
or
engineering.
technical? Mechanical engineering. Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Well, very good. Very
yeah,
good.
it's very
I
good.
like it.
It's hard. Yeah,
It sounds like it probably is. Yes.
and you
Good.
have to study much. If you wanna pass your lessons, and you have to study
hmm
much. And
hmm Have to study a lot. Yeah.
and what can you suggest me to learn English?
Whew, there's so many different things and probably advice different people would give you.
Yeah.
I always really like watching movies, for example, and TV shows.
Yeah.
And I think you progressively get better. So you start with your native subtitles, then you go to English subtitles, and then you go to no subtitles to try and constantly challenge yourself and get better. That's always what I like to do.
And because you are always procrastinating, you don't want to study, you want to watch TV shows, and it always help you. And I watched How I Met Your Mother with Turkish subtitle, and I watched it with English subtitle, and I started new without subtitle. And it's gonna help.
Yeah.
I can understand now, though maybe not all the story, but I understand much, and I
that's awesome.
watching it. And do you know
Yeah.
the TV series?
How I Met Your Mother?
Yes, How I Met Your Mother.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I don't think I've watched every episode, but I've watched probably most episodes. It's a good show. Yeah.
Do you know how many
Excellent.
seasons do that TV shows have?
How many seasons How I Met Your Mother has?
Yes.
No, I don't know exactly, but I imagine quite a few.
Yeah, it has 9 seasons, and each season have at least 23 episodes, and it's really long story.
Okay. Goodness, and each episode is what? 40 minutes?
No, 20 minutes.
Oh, they're only 20 minutes?
Yes, it's only 20 minutes. And people can watch it on bus, in the car. It's just 20 minutes.
Absolutely.
And
on the commute to work.
I love it because it's they really use simple English words, and it's really easy to understand them. And I like it. If you love something, and it can help you to learn something as well. Because I do it by loving it.
Yeah, absolutely. Amazing. Okay, so How I Met Your Mother. Have you watched Friends, for example? Any of those classic ones?
After watching, How I Met Your Mother, I started watching Friends, but I didn't like it, and it was not as funny as How I Met Your Mother. I don't know why, but I didn't like it. I didn't find them funny, and I didn't love their conversations.
Okay, yeah. And it's a little bit, I really like both Friends and How I Met Your Mother, but I think Friends the topics are a little bit older. It was filmed in the late 90s, for example, so it's not quite as recent as How I Met Your Mother, which is maybe filmed around 2010, maybe, so more recent. So maybe you can relate to it a little bit better.
I don't think How I Met Your Mother is recent, and I think it's old TV series as well. I don't remember.
As old?
Yeah, I think
as old as Friends?
No, not as old as Friends, but not I think 2010. I think it's older than 2010. Yeah,
older than 2010. Okay.
But I didn't like
Good
Friends. I don't know. I quit watching Friends. I don't want to watch it again, and I can watch more. How I Met Your Mother, but not Friends. But I just tried to watch Game of Thrones with English subtitle, but it was understand, and they speak not just English. They speak the other languages. There are 7 kingdoms.
And they make up languages too, which I think it's really cool for the TV show, I think, but especially for learning English, it makes it, I think, a little difficult when they're speaking fake made up languages, which are really cool, but difficult for learning.
It's really cool, but they use a lot of English expressions, and which I can't understand, many English phrasal verbs, and they have their special words. Some TV shows have their special words, who some native speakers can understand as well. They are really cool, and I don't know, but I love Canadian accent, British accent, and American accent. I think all of them are different.
Yes. Do you find there to be a big difference between a Canadian and American accent?
Yeah. I find
Yeah.
there's difficult things in Canadian and American accent. And when I
Mm-hmm.
watch How I Met Your Mother, I have seen it. There is some different things in Canadian and American accent. And
Okay. Okay. Could you give me an example?
I can't give you an example, but out and out. And I think it was different in your language. What do you say, out or out?
Out.
Out. But when I have watched, How I Met Your Mother, a Canadian person said out, and I did understand you are from Canada.
Um, maybe some parts of Canada say it like that, possibly. As in the United States, there are many different accents. For example, a New York accent is different from a Texas accent or a Texan accent, for example. And in Canada is similar. So we have different accents depending on where you live in the country. Yeah. So
Actually,
maybe.
in Turkey, it's same. No, there is some
Yeah.
accents in Turkey as well, and I don't
Mhm.
understand some Black Sea people's accent, and their
Yeah.
dialect is different, and their
Hmm.
their accent sounds really difficult to understand. They speak
Yeah.
so fast, and
Hmm.
I didn't need to listen them so carefully.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think I wouldn't say there's anywhere in Canada I would go on holiday or on vacation that I wouldn't understand what they were saying, unless, of course, you went to the French speaking part of Canada and didn't speak French, then that would, of course, mean you wouldn't understand. But yeah, the English speakers, I must admit, I don't know if there's anywhere I'd go I wouldn't understand. But maybe I haven't done enough traveling in Canada.
Would you like to come to Turkey?
One day, absolutely. Yes, yes, definitely. I think that there's a very long list of countries I'd like to visit, and Turkey is definitely one of them. Probably because I've met so many really wonderful people from Turkey here on Cambly who tell me all the tips and tricks of the places I must visit when I go.
How many cities do you know from Turkey?
Cities, that's a
Yeah,
good question. I don't know
yeah.
all of the city names. I know more the places, more because I don't think I can pronounce them very well, which is probably why I don't know them. But of course, Istanbul, I hear everyone tells me it's the top of the list of places to go. And then the beaches. I've been told the beaches all along the south, I think. Um, are also all very a must see. Apparently, they're gorgeous in Turkey.
Yeah, and I am in Istanbul. I live in Istanbul. I
Okay.
really love my city, but it's sometimes difficult. And there is
Oh,
always, a strict traffic. And when you
mm-hmm.
go traffic and you can't go on because there's always traffic. And Istanbul is really crowded city. And if you wanna
Uh,
rest, you can't rest in Turkey, in Istanbul.
oh, okay, okay. So where would you say then is the best place? If so, not Istanbul. Where do you think is best?
But I would prefer to live in Istanbul again because
Ah,
I love traveling in Istanbul. Istanbul is a big city and you can travel many historical places.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
But if you
absolutely.
are a young person, I
Yep.
think you prefer to live in Istanbul. But if you are adult or if you are
Yeah.
older
Yes.
person,
I
um,
must say, I do have a reservation with a student on the hour, and they're calling me. So I
okay,
will have to get going, but it was wonderful to meet you, and hopefully we can speak again.
okay, see you and take care of you.
All right.
Bye.
Yes. Bye.